You want to take it over?
Yeah.
Do you have merch?
Do our shows over there?
No, we don't have enough merch here.
Not enough
We're
to
not
do
allowed.
a booth. We have candles and we have cards.
We have, get out of hell free
Go to
cards
hell.
and candles.
I'll need a gross of those.
Okay, great.
If you don't
Understood.
mind.
You
Guys,
know, we've actually had 3 times now. We've had people come up to us and say they've gotten out of speeding tickets.
With their get out of hell free card.
really?
And I don't know if I should be proud or feel a little endangered.
I think 50-50.
Yeah.
Column A, column B. Guys, I'm sitting here with Dana and Shannon. I won't give your last names because these guys are freaks.
Oh my God.
They're not that freaky. Of the wonderful Renaissance Fair stage act that I am proud to say that I guess I saw it originate because I knew
Probably,
you both
yeah.
before it.
Yeah.
You are Hey Nunnie Nunnie.
Yes.
We are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So far.
Because we started in the Florida situation and you were there. I remember
Florida situation?
you were next to the Mudbeggars and you would do your escape and you would be late and the Mudbeggars would get the whole audience to go, Brune, hurry up.
I don't remember that,
And then you
but
flip them off under your chains.
I don't
You'd
remember that either.
You'd be all chained up going,
that is a very good memory, and I don't remember that, but
I don't
I like it. I'll take
I
it.
remember it.
Wow, that'd be the Florida Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, the
barf.
one, yeah,
Flarf.
Like Flarf. No,
Flarf.
barf.
No.
Bay Area Renaissance
Oh,
Festival.
is that where
Was
you
it
started?
Largo?
No.
Is that where you started the act?
No, we started actually at the Florida Keys.
Marathon Key was our first.
We did this whole thing with character stuff because we were working at Disney.
Okay.
And
You were part of Streetmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like for a second.
Yeah.
Shannon was there longer.
I worked there for almost 7 years at all different parks, different characters, different things. Never a big head.
Adjusting
though.
the camera. Never a big head?
Never a big head.
She didn't have to smell anybody else's vomit.
Oh, that's not
That
true.
was the gig.
That's not true.
That Streetmosphere gig, because I was in Orlando in early 90s running Comedy Sports, and the gig that everybody wanted at the park seemed to be 2. It was that one, Streetmosphere, and then it was doing the improv show at the Comedy Warehouse
Which
on
I also
Pleasure
did.
Island.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
I
go.
did that
But
one
she was a
too.
swing, which
I was a
meant that
swing
she,
in.
you know how you have the vibe, you know each other when you're doing the comedy, you know what comes up all the time.
Sure.
She would come in like raw.
After
Raw.
working an entire day in the sun,
And then-
I'd go and try
and-
to be funny at night.
And she like didn't know anybody. She's like,
They were very nice to me. They were very nice to me.
But
Budge Threlkeld, who has now died,
Yeah.
but he was very sweet and very flirty, and everybody was very supportive. It was
They were
but it was-
amazing.
It always freaked me out. Every
Did you
time I
get
was
into
terrified.
the Disney World because of your association with the New York Renaissance
It's-
Festival and Gary?
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, we auditioned.
Oh, okay.
There was a 5-city audition tour.
Sure.
And we went to the audition, and Gary was at the audition.
We
with,
meaning you and Dan?
no,
no,
Oh.
me and a
She
bunch
was-
of people from Sterling.
Oh, okay.
There was an audition in New York City for Disney, and
Gotcha.
5 different cities, like Chicago, New York. There was a bunch of them, and they hired 27 people
Mm-hmm.
from the 5 cities they went to, and I was one of them. And a bunch of people from Sterling also were hired.
And were you at MGM?
I was, but I came in. Gary was still directing there, and he brought me down to finish out somebody's maternity leave.
and that's
then-
where we met.
So you gave
That's where we
birth
met.
for that person.
Yeah,
Yes,
she gave birth
I'm
for
a
them.
giver.
Yeah. It was
You know,
messy.
this whole nun
Very
thing,
messy.
it's only, I mean, it seems like it's not real, but I feel it.
So what was the first Renaissance Fair you guys both did?
Sterling.
Sterling.
We developed our characters
Yeah.
in the acting company at Sterling.
You were separate actors,
I
Yes.
had
kn-
done
knew
a
each
nun.
other from Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
done a nun by myself.
Okay.
Because Kelly Holden, who was in the Comedy Warehouse, brilliantly funny woman,
Yeah.
out in LA for a while now, doing LA stuff. I had seen her like swing in, and she just
At
like
Sterling.
grabbed a costume and decided to be an abbess, and she was just so funny. And I was like, oh. I've always been a comparative religion geek, and I was like, this seems to speak to me. So I went when Gary asked me what I wanted to do. I was like, wait, what do you think about like a novice, like somebody who has the excuse to know nothing? And it went really well. It was
So-
fun.
yeah,
I
so
noticed
then
that people, like I was dressed, and they immediately had a relationship with me because
Because it's
a nun.
obvious.
The character can travel 200 meters
Yeah.
away because you
People
know
know
what that
exactly
They
is.
know what it is.
and
And
that's
Does
so
that
it
help
helps.
with comedy?
Yes.
It will. There's a lot depending, like because we started with a lot of street stuff. Less now because we're
There we
old.
go. Oh, you can see our faces.
But
Oh.
with the street stuff, instead of having to kind of lay down the foundation of who you are and what you're doing, like you start already knowing.
You're already a nun.
Yeah.
There's already a relationship with a person
And
who
almost
approaches
everybody
And
either
you weren't a nun then.
No,
She was
until
still
I
at Disney.
until I met
Oh,
her.
okay.
And then we both got let go from Disney at the same time.
Yeah.
And she said, "I have this idea for a nun show."
Okay. I think
Because
it
I
would
played
really
a nun
work.
by myself, and I think it might really work with
And at
two
that
people.
time, I think I had Ron. We had been told that there had been nuns before, but I had never seen it at Renaissance.
I think a
fairs.
lot of Ren Fairs will have a street character that is some sort of
Yeah.
person of the cloth, whether it's some sort of
But-
clergy.
Oh, help me, Texas
Monks and
brought
things.
us in first.
Yeah, and there were some local women in the cast at Scarborough that played nuns, and
Okay.
we connected
Yeah.
with them really well.
Okay.
It was really fun. They were street characters though; they weren't a stage act.
What year
so-
are we looking at here? When Hey Nunnie Nunnie first became a
nine-
thing?
98?
98?
No,
We're at 30
99,
years to
98?
do the math.
30 years. I'm
30,
not going to
30 or 31 years. Yeah, that's this
gonna
year.
get involved with that at
We
all.
don't even know exactly.
All
what
the years blue.
They
It's
sure
very
do.
blurry. It's a blurry.
They
mess.
sure do.
Yeah.
Now your show, for the folks that haven't seen it, one of my favorite things about your show, and I say this whenever I interview somebody that has this, you're not the only one that does this dynamic. I would throw Arthur, and the dynamic is purely comedy, funny acting, characters. Arthur, Buellman, people like that,
Yes,
right?
Isn't it funny? Because Rob Williams said, "You Sterling people, you just stand on
Stage
stages
and talk."
I know, and you're brilliant.
Well, you know, the thing is, there are times when definitely I'm like, "What the hell was I thinking?" Because, you know,
It's struggle. We're
sometimes there's
struggling
no
sometimes.
trick.
Yeah.
So if
There's
you're
no
if you're
juggling.
struggling, if people aren't getting
Right.
what you're going for, if it's hot, if they really need a beer and a turkey leg, you're not doing a trick.
Right.
And if they don't get it, you're just
As a person that does tricks, but also mostly is known for comedy, I
Yes.
will say the benefit of it, the trick is that's the canvas.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna eat fire. That's gonna happen. So
also have the hook,
theatrically,
right.
my rising action is already built in.
Right.
What's the hook?
you have the hook of
Of
this
what?
is going to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I'm
we're
gonna-
building to something that you're going to really love.
Right.
I'm gonna like chit chat with you, and this thing will happen later.
Right.
And
We don't really have
so
that.
there's so
It's-
many things that after all these years watching all my dear friends do shows, I'm like, I know the science of it. I get the science of it. I know why these things exist and why they work. And for some
And we went
reason,
for art instead of science.
Oh,
some
okay.
Which was
stupid
foolish.
reason, I was like, no, we'll just go character.
I'm sorry, guys. If you're watching at home, you keep seeing me fiddle with this. I don't know why. The stupid camera stand keeps
We'll just
compressing.
We'll just keep.
I think we're okay now. I think I just figured it's this. The three of us are now
You
going to
said it
stare
was
at it.
real, not comedy, and here we are.
It's this segment right here that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
want to stay.
shortening.
All right, I think we're
all right.
okay. Now, I admire any act that, especially in this market, because this market really, just the wham bam. Here's a visual. I'm going to crack our whip. Every damn act has a whip these days. How long until you guys have a whip in your show? by
We
the way?
have a whip. We
Minutes.
just
good.
don't crack
But it's-
it.
We don't crack it.
Oh,
We just show it
Good.
and make a joke and put it away.
thank you.
It's our miracle
you.
whip,
It's a miracle whip.
Because okay.
and then we put. It's just a.
See,
stupid-
I like Miracle Whip.
Do you?
Yes.
Some people hate it.
Me.
It's like a thing. It's
Why?
a cultural
It tastes like
thing.
ass.
Okay, I've never tasted ass,
Me neither.
so
It tastes like what I would imagine ass tastes like.
creamy and delicious with a
No.
little zest to it.
No.
Are you metrosexual?
Yes. I mean, look at me. I'm wearing fucking. I don't know what the
No,
hell this
Hellman's
outfit is.
mayonnaise.
He's curious.
Hellman's is the only.
I like mayonnaise too.
Mayonnaise.
See, I can go both ways. I like Star Trek and Star Wars. I have no
just-
problem.
I consider it a moistener, so it just doesn't matter.
She just
I just
a
need
little
moist.
Jergens
You know, a little moist.
on your bread.
What is your elevator pitch for the show? Like, because you mentioned the trick thing, and I like to call myself a comedian that
You
does
are.
tricks. Thank
you
you.
are.
Absolutely.
It's like a Jeff Cobb. He was a sword swallower, but he really was a storyteller.
Right,
He was a storyteller
Brilliant
that swallowed a
storyteller
sword.
Right.
who had the tricks that kind of
Yeah.
held
Yeah,
it all
well, thank
together.
you.
Yeah.
But I can always fall back on I eat fire, I do bullwhips, I juggle.
Right.
And the audience goes, oh, okay.
If you have to, yeah.
What do you
Fire!
do?
What do we tell people?
Yeah. What's
now,
your
this
elevator
is interesting
pitch? Okay.
because we
I'll
honestly,
be the judge if it's
so,
interesting. By
I
the
don't know
way.
if anybody knows Gabriel Q, but we had like
Most of them do.
randomly backstage. We said something about hawking every person.
He's been
and it
interviewed
was
on
like,
this series.
It was like, every person doesn't benefit us. We need
Mm-hmm.
the right people. He went, oh my God, yes.
Because if we just go out and hawk, all of
it's
these
not
people will
for
come and
everyone.
half of them will get up and leave because
they're like,
it's not what they
They
thought.
don't, because you'd be surprised how little religion. We're a very secular society.
Mm-hmm.
now.
So we only have, it's not very many jokes that rely on religion because they've like dropped away over the years. But a lot of people, they have no familiarity. So what we're doing is clowning. So if you can't see our faces, if you're in the sun, if there's a lot of things that can sort of stop the whole process of what we actually have to give.
How often do you? That's great. But you hit at a point. I don't want to miss this. How often or do you get pushback because your show is based in somehow
Less
on
than-
religion.
less
Are
than
people
you would
offended?
think. I
A
think
lot
in 30
more at
years.
first.
More at first.
And I think now, because we've learned to just throw love at the audience.
Which sounds very
it
woo-woo,
sounds woo-woo,
but
but
it's
we are
true.
just throwing out love, and we're giggling and we're having fun, and it seems mean to approach someone like that. I think when we were younger and our show was more serious in different ways, we were nervous.
Me especially,
and
weirdly.
people,
She's
like one
Catholic.
time, someone came up and poked Dana in the chest and was like,
Yeah,
"You are an
Rob
abomination."
Williams like got between us.
And
This
Rob
is like,
Williams, tiny Rob, he was like,
what are you
doing?
And this is the thing.
Who
but
was
this guy? And he
patron.
was
offended?
trashed.
Yeah.
Oh, he was drunk.
He was
He was
drunk.
trashed.
And
So not
mad.
the real him, perhaps.
Right.
Maybe.
A sober
But it
him may
doesn't-
not have done that.
I would say
doesn't
like it's
happen very
weird. Like in
often.
30 years, I think we've had 5 times where people. And my favorite, like, it's been like probably 10 years now. But this man came up and he was like, "My children loved your show. I am very much a Christian, and I couldn't decide what your point was and what you were doing."
we're
and I
like,
was
"Oh,
like,
yeah, we get that a
right?"
lot.
And I was like, "Thank you so much for wanting to ask me." And find out instead of just making assumptions.
Why does there need to be a point?
Well, because when you're
Because
dealing,
it comes with a religion.
Right.
it's one of the topics you're not supposed to bring up at parties.
Right.
Income, religion, like with
Politics.
conflict.
It's
politics.
like it parallels in a way to, they just did it at the Hollywood Bowl, and my girls went and saw it. The Jesus Christ Superstar is often, whenever it's produced, is like people make us stink, not as much as they did back in the 60s and 70s when it came out.
Yeah.
But the best response I ever heard of that was, we're just telling that story, and
Yes.
not disrespectfully, we're using rock and roll. God forbid. Oh,
Right,
there you
right,
go. There's the
right.
irony of that.
Well, we try not to be insulting in any way.
Right,
We're
I don't
very
think you
light,
are.
We're very
No,
kind.
and it's so weird because you can't nail it down. Because we've had people go, I am an evangelical Christian,
Right.
and
I loved your show.
I imagine Jesus sitting next to me and laughing.
Yeah.
And then we'll have people who, you know what's weird?
You just play nuns who happen to be funny. Clowning, I think.
Clowning.
We are very much clowning.
Yeah.
But what we've noticed is that people who are in the church, nuns, priests,
not threatened.
love the show.
They're not
right?
threatened.
And I think the people who get upset at us are people who aren't secure in their religion and themselves.
I think they feel like they have to be.
Yeah.
supposed
I'm
to
supposed to
be.
be
If you're-
offended now.
If you're really secure in your religion and you know
Right.
who you are and you know what you believe, then it can't be offensive.
And you're not really mocking the religion.
We're not mocking
No.
anything.
And she
You're
has
just funny nuns.
We're trying to be
That's
that.
all you
yeah.
are.
And she comes from a super Catholic family.
I have
Like,
a
she
very
had-
Catholic
She had a Jesuit priest uncle.
Wow.
And my
She has an
aunt is a nun.
And when was the
And
last
my-
time you heard from them?
Oh, all the time.
Okay,
They're
good.
dead. So
Well, one
all
of
the
them's
time.
dead, but I do hear from him still.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but no, and she's the nun, the aunt who's
My aunt is a
we
nun.
love her so
She
very
came
much.
to the show many times. And
Freaking
she'd bring
adorable.
a different nun with
and
her
this
every
is what
time.
she do. And we've had nuns come to our show all the time.
And
I
they
mean,
love
not
it.
all the time seems excessive. Like there have been times when we've had like a full row of habited nuns in our audience.
And we're
in
very
Carolina.
nervous.
We get so nervous,
And they-
mostly because we're like, everybody's gonna. It's like when Oprah was with. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. They were like cooking, and like all the white people are gonna look at us and see if it's okay to laugh when we tell our jokes.
Right.
And I always look at them and we're like, everybody's gonna look at you to see if this is okay.
So please laugh.
So, and but they're nice. They're really. My favorite is when they sit in the back and go.
This is, and then my aunt would just be.
She was like
wiping
doing, but it was
her
like this. It
eyes,
was like
and just like like.
What is your creative process? Like when you want to come up with a new chunk, a new bit, a new routine,
We just don't.
You just don't. Okay. Is it improvised on the fly?
yeah. A lot of the
Because
stuff
you both have a big improv background.
we
obviously.
do.
we do. I know people who've seen us forever, are like, you've been doing the same show for 30 years.
We
not.
have.
No,
It-
no.
it is to a degree,
Morphs,
like-
it morphs and morphs and morphs
Right.
and morphs.
But
Yes.
the main elements are pretty much similar. But a lot of the stuff that is developed, it's truly been this collaboration with the audience. Like we literally have jokes that people came up and told us. We literally have jokes that were built on a bit that was inspired by something that happened.
Right, or a patron will come up
And
and
the
say, "Oh my
audience.
gosh, have you tried thinking of it this way?" And we're like, "We haven't." And
Oh my
then
gosh, we'll try that.
And then a song will come out of that. Or it's so collaborative with our audiences.
yeah.
We love that part of it.
So
is
much
that
of it
they
has.
help us all the time.
And when you get to a point where, like, we're very new at this particular fair, when we get to a point where you've been someplace for a while, it feels exceptionally collaborative because they're coming to see you again.
Yeah.
and they're chatting.
That has come up in almost
Yeah.
every one of these interviews, the uniqueness of this market where, as opposed to similar markets to people like us get gigs at casinos, cruise ships, where an audience might see you once and then never again.
Right.
No,
Here, they're back because they love you and they know the inside jokes, and then you can play with that dynamic.
Right.
You know that somebody knows what you often say next, and with
Right.
a little wink and a nod, you go, oh, I'll do that a lot.
She has literally, like when we start Arizona, we have not been working for a couple months, and she has looked out at our first show to the audience and said, "What do I say here?"
And the audience, this is where Philomena does the thing with the thing, and then you say the thing. Like thank you.
You ever thought of recording your show at the end of the season?
Oh no, YouTube. We're all over YouTube.
We're all
Yeah.
over YouTube.
We have actually pulled up because we've been asked to do a song we haven't done in a while,
Yeah.
like for a pub sing or something.
Sure,
we'll
sure,
be
sure.
like, oh shit, YouTube.
YouTube.
Listen
There
to,
we are.
Okay.
Because we had nothing to do with it, but we didn't fight the YouTube thing.
I got to wrap up soon.
Okay.
But I got to
Dang
do.
it.
I got
We're
to do.
having so much fun.
I know, and you guys are such good gabbers, and I love it. My job is so easy right now. Believe it or not, I was nervous when I started doing this series because I can riff with all, but interviewing is a little different
It
dynamic.
is. It
but
really relies on the other people, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah. My question is this. This is the deep one I told you about. I ask everybody this. I'm somebody that deals with depression. I am medicated, and I believe therapy is very helpful, as is my medication. I'm not asking you guys to out yourself with your medication or therapy, but is there a moment in your day in this business where you find the most joy?
Oh, absolutely.
Is there a joke, a beat, a look between your eyes? Is there anything where you go, oh,
Yes.
it doesn't have to be. All right.
Who
wants to go
I'm
first?
fine with. I
We
have
are-
ADHD, probably autistic. It's one of those like not tested things. Been treated for depression and anxiety. Am right now.
Depression, anxiety, OCD, ADHD.
So where's that joy moment?
The joy moment is like yesterday we had a show and it wasn't like huge, but for some reason it was the perfect amount of people that came close, and you could see in their eyes that they were going to ride with us.
You love that look, don't you?
Yeah.
That look where you're giving them more than they expected.
And they
Kind of
like, it's an openness.
it's like, oh wow, they're
Because you can
funny,
see
I
people
get it.
who are nervous and
Yeah.
lean back.
Yeah,
And when
yeah,
people
yeah.
show up and they're willing to take the
they're
ride,
really
your
leaning
heart,
into it.
your heart just kind of,
And you felt it yesterday.
yes.
Shannon?
Because we had mic
Same?
stuff.
It's different for me. For me personally, it's more to do with her than the audience. Honestly, it's when we're
pressure.
when we are connecting and we have done everything
Oh, yeah.
perfectly. There's this surge of, and when we hit the notes and the Constipated Men song at the end of the show, when our harmony is gorgeous and everybody's with us, there's this surge of we are exactly where we're supposed
And you know what
to
this
be.
is. It's the time when you realize you're like, it's not me.
It's us.
It's
It's
us.
the relationship.
It's us.
Yeah, the thing that something is happening that's beyond the two of us, whatever that is.
It's bigger than us, and we are conduits, and we are sharing, and
Nice.
that it's
That's
big
exactly
and wonderful and goosebumpy.
So fantastic. Guys, I'm going to do this with my hand because in the editing, you can do it if you'd like, in the editing process, this lets me know when I'm scrubbing. You said you don't have a lot of bona fides. Is there a website? Is there a Twitch? Is there an Instagram?
We have a Facebook presence. We have a website that is defuncty because we
It'll be
haven't
on the screen right now.
looked at it.
Okay.
We have very little because we're
Okay.
old and we don't want to do that. But we
Okay.
do have a guy that does some stuff for us.
Okay, this video will probably go up within the next week, and you're here the whole run?
No,
Just five
5
weekends. 5 weekends.
So either
And
way,
then Carolina.
it'll absolutely be up while you're here. So if you're in Massachusetts, come see Hey Nunnie Nunnie at King Richard's Fair. You saw their bona fides, and then you're going to be at Carolina.
Yeah,
Yes.
North Carolina Fair
Carolina Fair.
until the end of the year.
and
yeah.
then Arizona.
Okay, so on behalf of Dana and Shannon, I want you guys to look right down the pipe of the camera right there. Say goodbye to these lovely people.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
Yay.
All right, thank you guys.